Welcome everybody to the Esober Elitists. Is here.
Hi.
Sober, are you here?
Hi.
There he is. Playoff edition? Is that what you want to call it? What do you want to call it?
Yeah, I would say it'd be a playoff edition. I mean,
First of
Thursday
all, you
they.
drinking?
Yeah, I bought a brand new bottle just for tonight.
Of?
Well, my Captain Morgan.
Regular?
Yeah.
Alright. Having said that, I got my Tito's here. Good to go.
Ooh.
So, this is what we have tonight, ladies and germs. We have a representative from every playoff team on the panel tonight. And just real quick, I'm going to give you 1 through 8 who represents who here. D-Mart representing the Black Sails is with us. We have Yadan No representing the Jager Bombs. We have Chew Therapy representing the Vanilla Nut Taps. Cosmic Fade is representing Just Tap It In. Dank Love of the ODS. We got C-Dub from Winter is Coming. We got we have Drift King with the boys. We have Shock for the Wolf Pack, and that's it. Myself and Sober. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab 2 of these guys as we run down the line tonight for each series, and we're gonna get them to talk about their series, man, the matchups, what they like, what they don't like, who they're gonna shit on, who they aren't gonna shit on, so forth and so on. So, do you want to jump right into it, Sober? Why waste time?
Yeah, let's just well, and we should mention too, we're only giving these motherfuckers 10 to 15 minutes at the max to get their words out. So if you're gonna come hard, you better hurry, otherwise you can cut off.
Yeah, Chew Therapy's got the gift of gab. Unfortunately, I feel bad for Dunn, man.
Well,
Dunn's such a nice guy, and he's got to deal with Chew Therapy. That's gonna suck. But
well, he plays with a yacht
we'll
all the
start
time, so
with.
he can handle it.
Oh, he does. You
Oh
done?
yeah,
You? Oh well, he's not on. He's not on the mic yet, but
yeah.
I didn't know that. Then he can definitely handle Chew Therapy.
Right.
We'll do. We'll start in the middle. 4 versus 5. That's winner is coming. The 4 seed versus number 5. The Wolfpack HC Shocks team. If you boys want to chime in, get your audio going, and say hello.
What's up?
Sup.
That was Shock.
Yeah,
Dub.
I'll let C-Dub
Everybody
start.
here. Dub, you want to start us off, man? I'll lob you up a question here. Um, first of all, you personally, you sometimes you don't get talked about a lot, and I think that's wrong because I've heard both sides of the coin on you personally. I've heard like, oh, he was a ghost out there, or then I hear like, man, people sleep on him. It's my opinion that people sleep on you, and I think you're showing people that this season. What what do you think that you guys have to do to beat a Wolfpack team that has a bunch of offensive threats out there in Ozzy and Clancy, but they give up some goals, man? So what's the deal?
I think one of the biggest things for us now is, we made that trade with Sabi and Figo, and you guys all know what happened with winners coming last season with Figo and Brick. So I mean, we have that chemistry there. Not to mention, I mean, Figo, Brick, and I have been playing together since 2013. So I think that's another huge thing that people didn't realize when, especially when they made that Figo trade.
There goes that
I
fucking
don't think a lot of
hashtag him
people.
shit.
I don't think a lot of people knew that me and Brick played together for as many years as we have either. So if you look at Brick's points and my assists, that's basically almost every single goal he scored on my pass. So I haven't really been shooting a whole lot. If you look in the top 10, I mean, I have taken the least amount of shots than anybody there with just as much, if not higher than most of their shooting percentage. So,
So my assessment of people sleeping on you is fairly accurate, especially when you're put with Brick, who you've been playing with since 2013, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know that, so then
yeah, so I
there's
mean,
that.
he feeds off me and I feed off him. Like he has the ability to go up front and he knows I'll cover for him if he leaves the center open and he knows he can take my wing at any time and I'll fill in somewhere else. So I let him get a lot of the offense going while I kind of sit back and I'll fill in if he's getting double covered, and then So yeah, I do think some people sleep on me. I'm not going to go out there and say I'm the best or anything, and I try and keep it that way because it opens up the offense for the other two guys as well. And Figo, again, is another guy that I can feed off of, and we haven't played much this season, but I don't really need to. It's one of those things. To be honest, me and him have had each other on mute for 4 years. We haven't talked to each other, but we still play together because neither of us like each other. But we'll still score goals. Like it's just one of those things where we know where each other's going to be on the ice.
This is like a Swagger and from the other what season was
Right,
that? I forget.
right.
Swagger and Chubbs Reborn,
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's one of those deals where we just kind of gotta. We're our own worst enemy. Like if we're not meshing, Brick gets frustrated, Figo gets frustrated, everybody's yelling at our party. So, and you said Ozzy and Clancy have their own dynamic duo over there, and I know. We have solid defense. We have Sea-Doo back there with Pale. Pale's on his wrong hand. That's been a bit of a struggle for us this season, but he's stepped up and he's done really well at it. So, but I really think Sea-Doo's our anchor back there, and Brick really shuts down that center. And if he's not there, I'm there. And not to mention, like Figo's a lot more of a defensive player than the last two wingers we had this season. So, we'll do our best to
How do you
shut
see
them
it
down.
going
But I think
ultimately, Dub?
I don't think it's going to be our defense that'll be the problem. If anything, we go against ourselves on offense. So as long as we get our offense going, which last series we came back around and we really made a turn. We were in a little bit of a slump there. So obviously I'm biased. I'm going to say we'd like to take it, and I would love to sweep them. But we've only played one series with this forward lineup. So if anything, we're going to be we'll be our own worst enemy for this.
Now,
if we don't get things going.
Before I switch it over to Shock, which I'm going to do in a second here, did I hear a little birdie tell me is Figo unavailable for part of this thing?
No, he'll be there for both games.
He's good to
For
go?
both
Okay.
days. Yeah, he's available for all the playoffs.
That would have
now.
changed quite a bit for me in my prediction, but
I was
So-
maybe for the Monday series. We have I think Sunday, Monday, and I was a maybe for Monday, but now I'm available also for Monday.
okay. Well, so you think you're taking it? You think it might be close to us? I mean, you didn't say sweet, but you kind of mentioned the word. Sober, you heard him.
Well,
You
yeah,
heard
because
it?
I don't think it's like, I think it's going to be a close series. I don't think it's going to be like a sweep by obviously everybody hopes for that sweep, but I don't think it'll be a sweep by 7-0 games. If anything, it would be one of those sweeps where you're like going 2-1 overtime, and it could have gone either way.
Okay, Shock, I got you out of bed for this shit, and I apologize. I do, but I really wanted you on here, man,
I
because
don't.
I wanted a representative from the Wolfpack. Sweep's a big word, man, especially, I know you guys have been quiet all year. No one's really said much of anything. You guys barely do write-ups. You're just kind of creeping along, beating people. So what's the deal? Sweep?
I kind of have to agree with C-Dub on the fact that I think it's going to be a close series just by how our first series went against them. I think every game went into overtime in our one series against them. So my team already knows right away we're going into a tough series against a tough team defensively. So that's what we're preparing for.
I want to pose a question that basically both reps. What do you think the weak point is on both teams? Like what is there
Start.
something right now you can think you can exploit? Let's go Shock. See
was
those
gonna
fucking
say-
ran it.
Yeah.
A weak point would be if my goalie doesn't get a new controller.
Oh Jesus Christ! You can't say that shit.
No, if he doesn't, I have to play goalie most likely. So that's
Jesus,
the weak
man,
point.
start a
right
So
team
there.
you're-
fund
so
for
you're
fuck's
pointing-
sakes. $10 a
you're-
piece. Get it going.
You're pointing out a weak point on your own team.
Yep,
Wow,
because
that's a different
it
strat.
has
Right
because it's annoyed me.
there. No, you
But-
love
I
it.
mean,
Goalie, come
what
on,
about
get
Winter
over
is
it.
coming? You don't see a glaring weakness in Winter is coming at all that you guys are going to exploit for win the series, or?
From honestly, from the one time we played them,
Oh, what
the
the
only thing I can say is if we were to attack Pale, but because Sea-Doo can handle
Wow.
himself, but I notice Pale if he's pressured, especially when he's playing with an offhand, he tends to give up the puck more than Sea-Doo does.
I think I agree with that. Even though he's asleep and he can't defend himself, but I agree with that. Dub, what's the weakness, man? What's gonna put you guys over the top?
I don't really think. I mean, I don't think they have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, obviously, like we kind of run and gun. We'll talk to each other as the game's going on and pick apart a team. Brick's really good for that. He'll find like a spot specifically if one player's having an off night. But I think again, like I'm actually gonna throw us as like having the weakness with mainly me and Figo and just not talking. Like it can, like I said, we do have our chemistry, but not talking is a huge thing when you're trying to win in playoffs and any little mistake counts.
Well, Jesus Christ, they both
Can you
said
fix
their own
that?
teams. Like, what the fuck?
Like, are you big boys? Can you fix that? I mean,
Oh,
like,
I don't have
you
him
know,
on
fucking
mute. He has
unmute
me
each
on
other
mute.
for
No,
a few
he's had
games?
me on
Like,
mute. No, it's not me.
hmm,
Yeah.
a little
Could,
dissension.
could we flip
He's
that
done-
around and quickly talk about what we think our strengths are going to be?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Or what do
Right
you
now,
think
as
the
a matter
other
of fact,
team's
if you
strength
wanna-
is? Huh?
There you
I
go.
thi-
Yeah. What's their strength, man? What do you gotta watch out
I
for
think
them?
I think their strength is shotgun, because he fucking stole the show even though we won the series. Holy fuck, he was pissing us off with the saves he makes.
Mm-hmm. I agree there. He was fucking really good in the series we played him too.
Like, I think even C-Dub has to agree we should have scored a lot more goals in that first series if it wasn't for shotgun.
Oh, there's been many series that Shotgun's kind of still a show on. Like we just kind of had breakdowns and Shotgun just completely held us in. He's really good on cross crease passes and holding his post.
Oh, and Shock.
We definitely wouldn't be where we are without him.
Yes.
You said prior to or actually starting the show, you're gonna actually have your normal lineup. So what exactly is that normal lineup?
That normal lineup is me not in net. Hopefully.
Pending controller issues.
Pending
Right.
controller issues. With Thompson net, Drug Monkey on right D, Nick the Greek on left wing, Clancy on center, and Ozzy on right wing.
Oh, Nick's back now too, right? He doesn't.
Nick's
have any-
back, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't.
He's
have
been
any-
gone for like the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any.
And who's been
issues,
playing in
right?
his place?
ACDC's been playing in his place, but AC's
Oh,
been
AC,
a
okay.
solid fill-in wherever we needed to put him.
Yep. AC is that.
AC started getting
So
on his stride at the end of the season too. Started putting up like 2-3 goal games, just sitting in front of the net, getting those deflections.
when we played you guys, Shock, just real quick, I'm not trying to turn it into regular season talk or anything, but what I noticed he was doing with you had Ozzy and Clancy, who you were so worried about, mostly Ozzy, with his around the net shit. You know,
Yeah.
you're focusing so much on that, and then AC's just kind of like floating around, and then boom, he hits you with one, or like
Yeah.
he plays that two-way roll forward with those other two guys, and good luck scoring, man. That's why when I looked at the standings, I couldn't believe you had given up as many goals as you had. I was like, wait, what? Maybe it was just like one bad series or something and inflated the number? I don't know.
The last couple series we've also had to play with waivers, so.
Oh, well.
Mind you,
there's
we
that.
got in Yeti, so it hasn't been too bad.
Oh, Rookie of the Year.
Especially
Yeti.
yeah, especially considering Yeti played on my team last season. So
Kind of step in and do that.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, what's Shock? We're getting ready to wrap your series up here. What's your prediction as far as? I mean, we Dub's calling a sweep. What are you calling?
I'm calling 6 or 7 games.
For you?
Yes.
You got to bet on yourself.
And are they going to be in those 6 or 7? Are they going to be all close, or are they going to be like you fucking shit
I
on
think
them one
they're-
game, they shit on you one game? You know.
I think 90% of them will be close, but there'll be those 1 or 2 EA games
Yeah, fucking EA. I
where
had to come
both
here,
everybody
goalies
right?
just can't stop anything.
Yeah.
Fucking EA.
Well, Sober, before they sign off, who do you have?
You know, I would have to go. Sorry, but I gotta go. Winter's coming, just because the movements. I played Shock. Shock. I think I played your team twice this season, right? On the multiple teams that I was on. um,
Maybe? I think I only played you once.
I think on the Raw Doggers, and then I think I played you on. What the fuck did I just call that for? I was dumb. I played against you on Dank's team, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the series we won, and then I got traded. No, that wasn't the series we won. It was close.
No.
It was close. I just think I mean, now the Pales team has pretty much his championship team from last season. I mean, shit. What do you do?
It's tough.
We've been that silent team all season. No one's really talked about us.
Sober,
Like even in the Thursday Throwdown yesterday, they gave us a whole 30-second stint just saying we scored goals and we had a lot of goals scored against us, and that was it. Because no one really knows what we're gonna do, what we're gonna throw out. Sober knew that. Sober figured that out.
I don't think Daly's a big believer in the Wolfpack.
He isn't.
Maybe that's why he doesn't give you guys the airtime. I'm going with the Wolfpack in this series. You ready?
There you go.
Both of these teams have players that, and somebody posed the question the other week. They were like, "Hey, Eso, who's annoying to play against?" Fuck you! I'm not telling you that. That's stupid. I'm not going to blow people's heads up and then they know I'm annoyed by them. It's not going to do that. But both of these teams have those players on them, and at the end of the day, man, I think Wolfpack with their actual lineup, no waiver bullshit, no people playing out of position, I think they're gonna frustrate Brick and Figo. They're not gonna keep them off the board, that's for sure. But if anybody can do it enough to win a series, it's Shotgun and Drug Monkey. I feel like they're gonna edge it out. I think they're gonna get them in 7. That's my thought on it.
Yeah, I think
The easiest way to
The
easiest way to describe the series is it's two very, very strong two-way teams.
Yep, I agree.
And Pale and I were
Sober-
actually talking about this because him and I are going to be starting up our show most likely before the end of the playoffs, and we're saying we can't, as much as, because we want to cover the series to watch, and him and I are talking is like, we think our series is going to be the series to watch, so we can't really talk about our teams and give away
I'm going to be tuning in if I can. If I'm not playing on the same night you are, I'll be watching every game because that is a series I want to see. But good luck to both of you guys. We're going to wrap this series up. And Shock, you want to go nighty-night now?
Yeah, go
Yes.
99, motherfucker.
I have
Go nighty-night, Shock.
I have
Thanks
a
for
shit
coming
ton
on,
of
man. I
meds in me
appreciate
right
it.
now, so.
Dub, thank you as well.
Yep.
Way to represent.
We're going to move on. Sober. We
Honestly,
should
if
start
you
a little
wanted
bet between
someone
you
in
and I.
here to talk shit, I should have invited Clancy in here.
Oh, you were talking shit before you fucking turned your goddamn box on.
I had to say some nasty things just to get Shock on here, man. He's like,
Yeah.
"What? Come on." I'm like, "Please,
I-
man, just get on."
I tried.
All right. So, Sober, you and I should have a little side bet here. Who does best on the playoff predictions? So far, we got different opinions here. So one of us is going to be right. Probably
No.
me, because, it's me.
So that's what you do, right?
That's what I do. We're going to move on. 3 versus 6. This is weird when I'm not looking at the standings. 3 versus 6. That's the boys, isn't it? Boys versus ODS?
Yeah, I think
Step
so.
on up to the plate. Dank Love and Drift King. Step on up, boys.
This
How
should
you
be an
doing?
interesting conversation.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Steven's glad to be here. What about Mr. Dank? What's going on, Dank? You fucking
Chilling.
Momo?
I'm a fucking Momo, and apparently I'm a soldier too.
I don't know what was
I
going
appreciate
on. That
I
other show,
appreciate
man,
being
the
the
other night.
second option to be on this show.
Well, first of all, you are the second option because the captains are all
No,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
option.
I appreciate it.
Obviously.
Glad you thought of me.
Oh, I see. I thought you were being a wise ass. See, I never
No,
give you the
no.
benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You never
man.
gotta
It's
give
just-
Drift
I
the
spent some
benefit
time
of
with
the
you. I know.
We would have spent more time
Sober.
if we had some more success on JL.
Hmm.
Yeah, nobody had success on JL, but that's behind us now. We're not going to talk about that. You get very fired up when we talk about Justice League or Pacino, so we're going to try and leave both of those things out of this tonight. Dank, number
Also-
6. I'm going to start with Dank first, man. First of all, what'd you do to get in there? You guys got hot late.
Well, we swept you.
Yeah, well, thanks. I remember.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
I remember.
Ding,
Ding ding. But what did you do? I mean, one fucking series sweep doesn't get you in. How'd you get in? Because for a while you wasn't really looking good.
Roster changes, no chem, emo, all hashed out.
All of
pretty
those
good.
things.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't? Did you try to trade for Jost though, or did no?
You know, I tried because I asked Pale. I was like, "Hey man, how is he? Is he good?" Yeah, he's good. And then this emo fuck autist that flamed everybody on our team came out. Flamed Holly for playing bad. Flamed Drop. Flamed fuck it. Not Drop, but fucking flamed DJ. Flamed my buddy.
I wonder if that's the thing.
Didn't
'cause
get
he-
the
'cause
puck
he-
enough. Didn't get the puck enough. I needed to have the puck at all the times. All this shit.
I wonder if that's the thing, because he was still ripping on fucking Flanny during Yambags last year.
I swear to God, he flamed Flanny so hard every time he let a short side go in. That's like he's known for that. Flanny's known for that. I mean,
He did enough to get the wins the other night, though. He was really
Yeah.
good. Flanny wasn't at the other night, but at any rate, so Dank, looking at the boys, man, like you like to do so much.
got me.
Looking at the boys, do you guys have a shot at this thing?
I think so. I don't think it's gonna be hard or easy, but you know, it's doable.
My vote, Daly's gonna miss the series. One night out of the two.
Oh, if Daly misses a night, they're not winning. They're not winning the series. But I don't think he's going to, man. I think he's got to put that shit to rest. But as far as your squad goes, Dank, do you guys have enough firepower? First of all, to get through all their two-way forwards and their fucking world-class goaltender, all that shit.
I mean,
You got enough?
their forwards don't scare me at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Rome's good, but he's
Offensively or
been quiet.
defensively?
Both really. When we played them, they weren't really crazy. The only person that shut down was Daly.
You're saying Daly's the only one who really is like the shutdown player on that squad
Yeah, and he
in
doesn't
general?
play my side, so I'm not gonna lie. Odd guy's really weak. I could buy him every single time. He didn't stop me once.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
I like
Really?
it.
Shots
I'm
fired.
not
You
talking
got
shit.
by him every
I'm not
time
talking
because
shit.
Shots
all three of your forwards would evade going anywhere near Daly, and you would all be going towards odd side, and you still
Well,
didn't
that's
have
the
that
point.
easy
Why are we
of a
gonna play to
time.
your strength? That makes no sense, dude.
You guys aren't even playing structure. There's no structure in what you're doing. I mean, hey,
Yes.
you got
This is
a
what I
couple
wanted.
left to win,
Get
you're
'em.
in a little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
So C-Dub and Shock come on here, and it's nice and cordial.
Yeah.
And this round's a little different.
My
This
bad.
round's
I
a little
won't
different.
I'll mute my mic. You finish your piece.
No,
and then I'll
no,
jump in.
keep your mic fucking muted. This is good shit.
Yeah, facts. Just talk. Yeah.
But Dank, the other thing too, Dank, is what if Daly plays forward? Does that change any? Because he's been known to do that.
Who's
Would
playing
that
D?
scare you more? So if they had, well, I don't know. I'm telling you
It
that
could change on
I
a
think
whim.
it's a possibility that he could jump up and play forward for that squad because they're not scoring.
Yeah, if you lose the first two games, Daly's going up and forward, guaranteed.
He should stay
Really,
at D.
I don't
He's
even
really
think
good
it
at
takes
D.
that. I think he might start out at it.
Ooh,
I don't know. It's just a thought I have. I think he might go up there. I don't know who would
Might.
play
I mean,
D.
I think
would be
he's
odd
too
guy
much.
and
He's way
maybe-
too strong on D. He literally shuts down the side of the ice, like it. To the point
so
where we
are
literally
you
stop
saying you're
going outside
scared
of
if
the
you went
ice.
up on forward?
No,
Yeah, like let me put it to you this way:
I'm not
if he
scared.
went up
I'm
on
saying
forward,
he
would
should
you?
just stay on D because he's good there.
He's good at forward too. That's the thing. I mean, you know that's.
But who's gonna replace him?
That's
that
why
team
we're
who's good
here.
on D?
Pounders,
I
know what I
don't
mean?
know.
pounders.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He would be
but
sliding up to a wing spot, so I would assume Thamps or Dolly. I'm not
Do you
sure.
think they're equal
but-
in skill to him though? I don't know. Daly's pretty good.
No, but when he's up front, I mean, he's that whole team, like Rome, Thamps, and if it was Daly or if it was Dolly, they're all big time two-way. I mean, there's a reason 63 goals were scored against that team all year. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
They're the lowest. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
that's what I meant with the firepower thing, man. It's just if you thought, what's the weakness? Like, where do you attack odd guy? I guess is what you were saying.
Yeah, that's their weakness. That's what we did in the last series.
And you did beat them.
Now, do you attack them on the
Game
forecheck,
3
or
was
you
a little
just attack
crazy,
them
but yeah, we
all
beat them.
through?
What's that, Sober?
What's that, Sober?
do you attack them just on the forecheck, or you attack them like coming into the zone attack?
Coming into the zone, forecheck. You like pressure odd guy, and he gets a little nervous. He gets jumpy. You know what I mean? Pressure Daly doesn't give a fuck because he's Daly. So
Well, then there'll be those times that Daly will just cut right across the ice and play odd side and say, "I'd move the fuck over."
I hate when he does that.
yeah, he did that in OT and then lost.
That's why I hate when he does that. Drift, you there?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
These guys
What are
taking
you
a dump
doing?
live on the air.
Yeah,
Are you fucking
what the
kidding
fuck?
me? What's
I'm
Hansel doing? Is he tweeting
checking.
tonight?
I'm checking a stat right now.
Oh boy,
his
he's checking stats now.
Fuck.
Jesus
Get off
Christ,
the
live
show.
show and he's checking
Get
stats.
off the show. You don't like to
Jesus.
talk stats, motherfucker.
Dank, tell everyone how terrible Drift King is real quick while he's doing that.
Nah.
A floater from the fucking blue line. That's in.
Why not? Go ahead.
Let it bounce.
He's solid in that. I don't know. And legally, it's like we're playing club, right? It's a game. I think goalies are usually only as strong as their players, though. So
No, I think
Okay,
there's
on
a
the-
fair amount of truth to that.
yeah, you can have
On
the
the
best goal in
point
the
he was
fucking world in
saying-
net, but if you have shitty forwards in front of you, you're still gonna get scored.
So
On the point
are
you were
you-
saying about odd,
here,
like if whenever we had odd and pounders on our defense, whenever we had whoever missing, our goals against were still kept under like the average is like 2, I think. So we're not
Mhm.
worried who we have on defense, and it's not a guarantee we have Daly on defense.
Well, let me ask you about that, Drift. Where do you want him to play? If you were captaining this squad, where would you play him?
I don't think any of our teammates are emo at all where they get placed. I think Dolly could go to left D if we wanted to keep that offensive line because for whatever
Dolly
reason
going to left.
our defense our defense never left us, but our offense kind of got, I don't know, we kind of slowed down halfway through the season. I don't know
Do you
I don't know
think-
where we ended up with.
You kind
Go
of
ahead.
thinking like I'm thinking? Like you put Daly up there and create a little more offense with Rome?
All I'm
And
saying
Thamps?
is it's possible
Or
because
Dolly?
we were rolling through some teams offensively when we put Daly up front. I think we scored like 25 goals with him in like 6 or 7 games.
So Drift.
Well, you get to see.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Sober. Go.
All right. I just want to ask Drift, since he's a goalie, and obviously you guys play during the season. Where do you think their weak point is?
Maybe wing. I think their center's pretty good. Their defense was all right. I mean we could move the puck around in their end. We weren't finishing. Their goalie's pretty good.
Wait, hold on. You said
be-
Dank?
Their wings. I don't know who's their
Oh.
wings. Dank and Agent.
Yeah, they've been playing
Yeah.
Agent on wing, even though he's kind of. I think of him as a center, but Pogs.
I mean,
Yeah,
when,
he's
I
a
look, when I
center.
look at their team,
center,
I
as
see
far as I
one-
know.
I see one forward with like 90 points. The next guy's like 25 points below that, and then there's Agent at like 40. So we're
Agent
not
didn't play
really
on the team
worried.
the
If
entire
we shut up,
season.
if we shut down Dank, we're gonna shut down their offense, and it's not that hard of a job.
Whoa! Shots fired again. Ding ding, round 2. Motherfucker.
I mean, with all due respect to Dank, I honestly think the series is already over. We're gonna sweep
Whoa!
unless EA throws them a bone.
You're not
Ah,
gonna
there's
sweep.
that EA shit again. Fuck, why does everybody have to throw an EA? I mean, forget about
EA
it.
can toss a team a
Take a drink,
bone. Like, we're
boys.
not worried. They could sneak a goal in the last second in a really defensive game. Maybe
And
take
win
it to
one?
overtime. Yeah, win one. I mean, it's not unlikely.
So
Well, I'll tell
same
you
bet.
I mean, I feel like
4-1.
we're gonna play solid throughout, and we could probably end it in 4.
Drift, I'll tell you this. The Nut Taps were one of the best defensive teams behind them, behind boys, all season long. Just a tick behind them in goals allowed. And then we ran into Dank's team, and they scored a bunch of fucking goals on us. So all I'm telling you is don't sleep on their offense, man, because they can score.
Oh, I'm not.
We were
I'm not
humbled.
counting
That's all
on
I'm
it.
telling you. Well, I'm not saying you're counting on it. I'm just saying don't sleep on them. You go in with the I'm going to sweep your ass attitude before you know it, you're down 2-0 and greasing it up.
It won't happen. I'm telling. You know what? I won't even give them the EA game. We're gonna sweep. There's nothing that's gonna stop a sweep from happening.
Whoa!
Like we're not facing D.
Damn,
We're
Dank, huh?
facing the guy
Fuck
below
Dank.
D. We're facing the first loser.
You can't let Drift just up and say that he's gonna fucking trounce you like that.
I don't know. You
All right,
can
well,
say he's
so we
gonna sweep, but it happens on Monday, so I mean.
Let's say we put Daly on forward. That doesn't mean he's not going to be playing any sort of defense. He's still going to be on Dank's ass the entire game.
That was kind of my point. He's that type of player. He can be offensive dynamically when he has to be, but he's a defenseman by trade, so I don't think he's going to allow it. That was kind of my whole point. Like, if you put him up front, I don't think you're losing much.
Daly does have that thing though when he is playing forward, that he tends to want to try to kind of do everything himself. You know,
Kind of like on D when he tries to do it himself too.
I think Daly likes to hold the puck, but I wouldn't say he wants to do everything. He knows when he needs to get rid of the puck.
Yeah. I mean, he's relatively smart about it. I mean, fuck. I wanted him fucking season whatever 2 or 3 or whatever the last time I was captain. I wanted him as my forward with me.
Yeah, I think he's super underrated like that, and he creates space, and he's not really the goal scorer. He's going to find the guy for the open clapper or the open pass better than most.
I'll give you a little nugget on Daly. He likes going behind the net, and he likes doing the loose puck deke coming out in front of the net for a slapper.
Well,
I've
we
never
got
seen that.
I'm not sure I've seen that, but I'm sure you have. But little scouting report there. Dank, he's calling sweep. What's your final call?
It could go either way. It's not gonna be a sweep, though. I guarantee that.
Go either way.
You thinking like 6?
When we faced them in the season, like our MO the entire season was like defense first, but in that little specific gap in the schedule, we were not scoring goals, and I didn't have a very good series, so that's not going to happen again. We're going to keep the scoring really low, and our offense is going to flip.
Ooh, speaking of the weak point, Odd, he's in the fucking poker game right now. Look at this guy.
Oh, jeez.
Shout out to Odd and Pounders. They're playing some great defense.
Oh, God, here we go with the fucking shout-outs. God damn it.
Well, Dank, you're taking yourself then, I'm assuming. You got to bet on yourself.
No, I don't. It could really go either way. I'm not sure.
Come on, show some confidence.
He's
in
betting
yourself,
on himself, man.
I
6
wouldn't
games.
put money on myself.
That's the call. All right, man. So
Why
before
wouldn't
we
you?
wrap these boys up, who do you got?
You know, I can't bet against Daly in the playoffs. I just can't do it. So I got to take Daly.
I'm going to do it too, and not because... and I think Drift's out of his mind. I don't think it's going to be a sweep by any means.
Right.
I'm gonna get 2 shutouts. I'm gonna get 2 shutouts in this series, and Dank's gonna get 4 goals.
Wow, that laugh couldn't get louder.
Christ. Yeah.
Dank,
I don't
just
think
for the
that's
hell of
happening
it.
either.
Just for the hell of it, I would love it if you went down and fucking spin move to a jump deke on Drift. That'd be fucking
You want a jump
great.
deke? I'll give you one. Watch it.
That'd be great.
We'll make it. I'll have Pale make it the #1 highlight of the week if you can pull it off. But we'll just. I'm gonna say boys and probably 6. That would be my guess. I could see it being weird though, man. That's with that caveat. That's the thing with all the parity in this league. I could see anything happening. So, guys, thanks for coming on. Drift,
I
you were a
mean,
pleasure.
wait, hold on. I
obviously.
respect
Oh, jeez, he's
your
not done.
opinion, but I think giving them 6 games is a little bit lenient.
No,
That's
it's
just my
not.
opinion.
They're gonna beat you guys. I'm telling you, they're gonna beat you guys.
I
At
thought
least
you
once,
just said
maybe
you
You're
were
gonna
twice.
get in your own head. You know that, right? You're gonna get in your own head after talking all this shit, and then you're gonna lose one game and just
That's the
hate
thing,
yourself.
man. If
He'll
Dan comes
let
down
in
there and
3
pops
fucking
too quick,
weekers.
you did this to yourself.
Hey,
That's all
hey,
I'm saying.
Here's my fucking other scouting report against the boys. For Drift, if you get on him, if you pop a couple early, he gets rattled. And you're going to score more than
I don't know
those
how much
couple.
you've had to drink sober. I'm gonna assume a lot.
Not enough.
But
Not enough.
I let a couple early goals in. I shut it down. Maybe like ask anyone on my team. I know when I
Oh,
made
you don't start
mistakes
running
early
out of
on
the net
and
going,
I start locking it down. What? We played a couple 2 a.m. games where my fucking winger's fucking drunk off his ass. Yeah, sure. I'll fuck around sometimes. Why not?
Boys, that wraps this one up. So, thank you guys for coming on and talking some shit and
Thanks for having
giving
me.
us some insight on that.
Yeah,
Man.
thanks.
Thanks, Dank. Appreciate it. Thanks, Steven. Geez, sober, man. We're halfway through now. We're
Yeah,
doing
fucking-
decent on time. We haven't really
Yeah.
gone that far over.
Yeah, fucking
Um,
give a shout out to Pogs. He's my boy.
oh yeah, man. Shout out to Pogs. Pogs is in here representing Dank's team. He was going to take over for Dank if he couldn't make it. He fell asleep again, but
I
shout
was
out to
sitting right
Pogs.
here. I wasn't checking G chat.
I think I blew up your G chat with like 34 messages.
You
Can I
said drill
get
sergeant.
can I get one more quick thing in?
Oh, you want one last final blow?
Just
Here we go.
I want to give a shout out to Jofus, and I want everyone to keep an eye out for Agree to Disagree coming this fall.
Agree to disagree. What's that?
Yeah, our new radio show.
Huh.
Radio show, what
All right,
fucking
man.
station
Well,
is
keep
that
us
gonna be on?
posted.
All right, I will. We'll come
Is it
on
AM
before
or
we
FM?
start. FM.
Fuck, goddamn.
Steven, thank you again. Moving along.
Stop blowing fucking Steven.
Yeah. 2 versus 7, man. The Jager Bombs versus the Vanilla Nut Taps. I didn't want to represent my own team. I'm talking enough as it is on this show, so I brought in the biggest blowhard we have on our squad, Chew Therapy. And there he is. You sounded like Jordan. Forget it. Nobody knows who he is. Just few of us do. Yep, there it is. Chew Therapy representing the Vanilla Nut Taps, and You Done Know representing the Jager Bombs. Welcome to the show, boys.
Well, thanks for having us.
Where do we begin, man? Where do we begin?
Let's
These
just
two
open the
teams.
fucking forum to them
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Let's have
Where-
Don
where-
ask the question.
Don's not prepared. What do you got, Don? See? You don't put people on the spot like that.
Oh no,
What's
you
the
put
matter
him on
with
the spot, motherfucker. It's live. Come on, Don.
Well, I'll lob one up to you, Don. How did you feel about the regular season series that you guys had? Yep, I was watching it.
One of our highest scoring games all year.
Yep.
5 goals?
I think it
That's
was
your
6.
highest scoring game
I think
all year. You think that's going to beat us in a 7-game series?
Oh, he's starting early.
He's hitting it hard.
Yeah, and Daly's been riding that all year, man, about the Jager Bombs. He's been saying, well, why aren't they scoring? Why aren't they scoring? Blah, blah, blah. And your rebuttal to that is, who cares? If you win the game, who gives a shit? And I'm kind of in the same camp with you. If you win the game, who gives a fuck? If you win it 11-0 or 2-1, it doesn't really matter. So, having said that, that series, you guys, in game 1, you peppered the shit out of the Nut Taps. I think you guys scored. Not scored. I don't know how many shots you took. It was
was
upwards of
26
30,
shots.
maybe. Oh, of course you know. It was 26, and you guys won that one 2-1 in overtime. But I think the Nut Taps only mustered, a handful of shots. That was a weird night. We had a waiver. We had no me. We had no Murph. It was a weird night. So, Chew, you stole a point in that game. I think any of the nuts apps would say that.
I would
And
also
then
agree.
Hey,
game.
hold on. Sorry to cut everybody off. Done. Did you check your box? Oh, you gotta check your chat box.
Go to the party and check your chat box.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Guys trying to
Sorry,
win a
boys.
playoff series can't even get a check mark. God bless.
First time I had to do the media stuff.
You're doing fine, man. We heard you. That's all that really fucking matters. No, well, I mean, but Dunn, as far as Dunn was just saying that, everything that I just said. Basically, the lineups are weird for our series in the regular season. I assume all hands will be on deck for both squads. Having said that, Dunn, what are you gonna do to put some pucks in the net? And I'm gonna ask my goalie the same thing when I get a chance. But go ahead, Dunn.
Throw everything on net. Get a couple garbage goals. The last series we went up every game. We were up 2-0 in the first period, so we were getting goals early, and then just relied on Crips like we did all year.
That's the formula then.
Yeah, Crips stole numerous games for us, but
Have I mentioned that Chew Therapy's kind of a dick, and he's not going to be so nice when he responds?
oh, that's
He's kind
okay.
of a dick.
That's okay.
We love you, Don. Chew,
That's-
what's the deal, man? Chew, how's the Nut Taps offense going to get by B Crips, and are you going to be able to hold it down enough on your end as long as these taps score some goals for you?
Well, as you guys can probably attest to, I stole 3 points myself in that series, and we were missing our top left winger and you for 2 of those games. Granted, you were in the one that we won, so we were missing a
Clearly.
big part of our lineup, and we still took out. That's 2 points that we got from that. So, I mean, in all honesty, we have our full lineup. This series is 5 games, no doubt about it.
Really?
5.
We haven't been near the.
I don't
top
have
just for
any
fucking
problem
shits and
shutting you guys
giggles,
down.
though.
You guys just fire turds from everywhere. It's like I'm Drift King or something. I don't know. You guys don't give me any credit, so. Ooh.
Drifting,
Done,
I'm going to
done.
remind you to not turn on your microphone. He's
Done,
allowed
you
to bash you and you can't respond.
You should have had Yada fucking come in here because Yada would have been all over that shit.
I was just playing with him too, actually. But I think
Well-
the one game we were like 12 minutes time on attack till like 5 or something. 21.
That was the
26
game 1?
shots on goal. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
ugly. I was watching it. I was on my way home, and I was watching it in the
But
car.
I mean, if there's any other goalie other than Crips or True Therapy in net, that's easy 10-goal game. I'm almost saying.
I agree, man. That was both goalies were excellent all season long. So I think this might be the goalie matchup of the first round.
Well, it's going to be
really.
definitely a defensive matchup for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I
don't
mean, you look at the
see-
stats. Neither of our teams score a lot of goals, and neither of our teams allow
Nope.
a lot of goals. I think we're 2-3 for goals allowed, and like 9-10 for goals for.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
And everybody's been betting
So-
against the fucking bombs all season. When are they gonna fall?
All season,
When
yeah.
are
All
they gonna
season
fall?
long, and they're gonna. And you know what?
Well,
they were doing it
now's
on
the time.
Twitter again today too.
hmm
I don't. They've got probably, arguably, if not the best, top 3 center in the league. Oh, that's obvious. Top 3's a given. You can put him
And
wherever you
he
want.
played. He
in
played
Luka.
90% of the season on the worst connection I think I've ever seen for fucking download and uploads. He just upgraded,
Did he fix
so
it?
he should be good to go.
I don't know. There was Tom
There you go.
on, so let's remember
Yeah,
that.
true.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's be real.
Luke and
I'll ping my
Tomahawk,
number two.
who's worse?
Definitely Tom.
But Luka
Um,
definitely controls some of the play. That guy can fucking. His vision's crazy out there.
Yeah, no,
He is
Luka's
really
lights out
good.
for sure.
Yep. Chew, you think neutralize Luka? I mean, is that their obvious game
I don't-
plan, or?
I don't think it's so much as neutralize Luka. It's more so their wingers.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
mean,
watch out for Sniper. He's been lighting it up lately. I think he ended
Yeah.
up.
So you got Sniper.
barely
and
2 points per game. I don't know, man. I don't know about
And
that.
your
Well,
other
look at our
winger
look at our scoring in general though. Luca was only 2 points a game. He's our top scorer.
No.
We weren't definitely
Luca
putting up
is
big numbers,
incredible
but
two-way. I
put up
mean,
lots of wins.
I get a stiffy over two-way forwards, man. That's my thing, and he's one of the best ones out there. So
Oh, he's been stellar
we
on the
will have
draws
our
all
hands
year
full
too.
there. Yep. Well, yep. He's been
You
good
gotta
there
be
too.
at, I think it was 56 or 58%. I think he was for the season. Our team
Well,
was.
I'm gonna give Chu a real quick opportunity here to call his own team out, man. What do they got to do to make your prediction true? 5 games. You're calling 5 games, so we've had our problems. So hit us, man.
No, we
Let us
definitely
hear it.
have. Murph needs to stop being a dangle dick.
Whoa.
You and Marty need to
Is that a
stop getting
thing?
so crossed up and stay on your side. Like he's got to play wing, you've got to play center. Those are your positions. You got to stay there. Bob needs to stop attacking at their blue line and play more to our end. Moose is I don't have anything bad to say about Moose. He moves the puck well. He's just a trooper. So as long as we lock that shit down, keep the middle clogged up, no problem.
Done. I mean, is there anything on the Nut Taps team that scares you?
The back end goalie by far. Who can
Back
steal
end go. I
games.
mean, that's.
Aw,
Yep.
he's on the show
That's
and
kinda
you're
definitely
saying,
had-
oh, it's a fucking goalie.
Yeah, he
Call
put
me
up
out,
5
man.
shutouts,
Fuck it,
though.
I love
5
it.
shutouts. I played this game long
Nah,
enough, and I'm not good at goalie, but it's fucking hard to put up a donut. Even if you're
It
in the right
is.
position,
It
the
is hard.
fucking EA fucks you numerous times.
Ah,
Mhm.
there's that EA shit again. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Every
Well, Dom-
every conversation's been a fucking everything's all good, and then it's like, oh, well, EA could play his game.
Well, done. You obviously you're gonna bet on your own boys. So what do you think as far as
absolutely.
length of this series goes?
We'll give you guys 2 games.
So you think 6? Dunn's got Yager in 6. Chu's got the Nut Taps in 5. Sober, you have?
I played the 5th.
No, you don't.
That's
You're not
not
allowed
how it
to
works,
plead
bud.
the 5th. That's not how it works.
Can I get confirmation Murph's gonna be there every game?
Oh my God, Murph is ready to go. You should see him in our fucking chat. Trust
'Cause
me, he's ready
I
to
know
go.
Up at
I
6
know
in the
he's huge on the
morning.
playoffs. I'm just hoping that he doesn't fucking wake and bake too much and fall asleep and forget.
It's not the bake you have to worry about with Murph. It's the fucking alcohol. That's what you gotta worry about with Murph.
So he's slid off the weed and went to the alcohol. All right.
I didn't say that. He's probably smoking plenty of that. I'm just saying that's not the one you gotta worry about.
If Murph shows up every game, he's their catalyst for points. He makes their offense work. But on the other end, you can't go against fucking Jaeger bombs. They've fucking done it all goddamn season, and there's just shit that clicks and shit that works. So I'm gonna say Jaeger bombs in 7.
And I'm with Chew Therapy, Vanilla Nut Taps in 6.
Well, obviously, fuck.
That's where I'm at with it. I have to be. But I believe with it we'll crack them. They've been a great team
You'll
all
crack
year,
their nuts?
especially defensively. Oh, we'll tap their nuts.
We
but
are
we'll
the Nut
crack their
Taps,
fucking. Yeah. I mean, really, when you come down to it, everyone in these playoffs are just playing for the rights to get their ball bag flicked by us. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
There's a lot of flipping coins too on these series too, where it could literally go either way.
And this is a weird 2-7 matchup. It's not like conventional. Again, this goes back to the parity in this league. Like 2 and 7, I think either one of these teams could win this series. To be honest with you, and I wouldn't be surprised either way. Usually not the case when you have 2 versus 7 and they're like the real NHL or whatever. But this ain't the real NHL, man. This is time to get your nuts flicked. That's what it is.
Tap tap taparoo.
That's next. That's coming up next. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. And if you guys have any final last words, any good lucks, any kisses, hugs, anything?
I mean, you can just take the words out of my mouth, but I was gonna say, Dunny, good luck on the ice, bud. We had a good season series there, and
Yeah,
should be
definitely.
fun.
Jaeger bombs for everyone.
I'll tell you what. You know what, Dunn?
I want to do a
Captain's
Jaeger
bet.
bomb right now. Like, what
How
the
about a
fuck?
captain's bet?
Oh,
And,
there we
and this
go.
is especially terrible for me
There we
because
go.
I hate Jägermeister. But if the Nut Taps lose the series, man, I will go on the throwdown and just take Jaeger bomb shots for every win that you guys got.
And well, on the throwdown, what the fuck? You do that shit on our show.
Well, we don't have
There's
a
no
video
webcam.
show, so
We can make fucking video, motherfucker. We'll get it.
all right, we'll make a porno. We'll take some shots. We'll do whatever it takes.
I'll do
I'll be
Jaeger
in the
bombs with
corner
you,
licking
like,
somebody's feet.
What?
Yeah, Chewy will be in the corner. Yeah, if we lose the series,
Speaking
he'll
of
fucking
which-
eat. Yeah, like he
Foot
won't.
Speaking
do
of
that
which,
anymore.
There
if
you
we
go.
win the cup, I'm gonna change my gamer tag to foot therapy.
Foot therapy?
I heard that's a rumor
Nice.
too, but we have to win the whole damn thing, so we're not even close to there yet. All right, boys. Thank you guys. We're gonna move on
cheers,
to the
boys.
last series of the night. Thanks a lot, Dunn. Appreciate you
Yep.
sticking around, Chew. You as
No worries.
well.
Good shit, boys.
And we're gonna move on to the final series of the night, number 1 versus number 8.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Black Sails, another fucking quiet, boring team. The Black Sails just bored their way up to first place. Cosmic Fade, just tap it in. Welcome to the show, boys. Daniel Martin, how you doing?
Guys. Good, Hugh Laurie couldn't be here. He's playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I told you
With
to step
Legion.
in for you, so yeah, no,
Dungeons
it's
Yeah,
and
with
cool.
Legion.
Dragons.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
They're just
First of all, is
getting
your audio
recipes
box
going.
checked? First,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
First of all,
We're good to go.
Both? They got to
You,
check both.
you hear
Mine
that,
is
Dunn?
as
He
well.
had his
We're
box
good.
checked. Yeah. Cosmic,
Alright.
we're all in. We're good to go.
Alright.
Man, 1 versus 8. Sober, start us off with this one because I'm not really sure which way I want to go with this.
Yeah, this is a tough one. 1 versus 8. Obviously, we talked about the parity. The fucking shit's close. D-Marts playing the eighth seeded team. How do you think they could beat you?
Well, first we're gonna start off with one of my favorite quotes from a guy named Ben Shapiro that says, "Facts don't care about your feelings." So we're gonna start off with that. And if you look at the facts, it's just, I mean, they're a run and gun team or a run and gun team, but we just have the back end that can back up the run and gun. And in my opinion, it will be, 7-5, maybe 5-2. I don't. I just think at the end of the day, we'll go 6 games, 5 games, but at the end of the day. We played them in the regular season. It was a good series, but there's a lot of stats that I just look at, and I'm looking at take McSwagger, great goal scorer, but I've played 5 seasons, and he's taken more penalties this season alone than I've taken in 5. So he's not even going to be on the ice enough. And well, not just that, but there's a lot of guys out there that only get like 17 penalty minutes, 15 penalty minutes. But I mean, I think these guys. They're going to come out heavy. I know that. I mean, Cosmic's going to be hitting not as much as the last couple seasons, but you got to watch out for Cosmic because he was the Rocket Richard winner last season. So you always got to watch out for them. They're run and gun. They're going to be coming at us, but I just think they're going to leave a lot of holes out there with Spud and either Phoenix or Dicko back there. So, and poor ability. I mean, I just think he's just going to be run and gun, and he's going to be left out there to dry. I mean, I just think that's what's going to happen.
Wait a minute.
But
Are you calling Swiss cheese from my man Ryan? Is that what you're calling?
I don't know. I just think that at the end of the day, it's just going to be a run and gun game, but we're going to come out on top of it.
And just
It'll
one
be
more
fun to
quick
watch.
question. One more quick question to D-Mart before we bring him Fade. How do you think your lineup's going to play? Because last night on the throwdown, they kind of gave a little nugget that
Yeah, I
Legion
know. It's
is
like,
going to
oh,
be playing net.
Yeah, I mean, Legion or 37, in my opinion, they're both just the same. I mean, 37's led in some shit goals.
Yeah.
He'll tell you that. Legion's letting some shit goals, but he's also played way better than 37. I mean, 37's had like a off and on season. Usually I play with him in season 0. We won a cup together. He's a good goalie. He's usually consistent, but I think he took some time off and. It kind of showed. I mean, he did let in some really shady shit, and I mean that really costs you, and you don't want that in the playoffs. But with Legion coming in, I mean, if you look at his numbers, he's right up there with everybody else. So he's been steady. He's not trying to make big saves. He's just trying to be in position and
Make the saves he should.
sell recipes. Yeah, in ESL. So yeah.
Cosmic. Hi.
Yeah, on Fade, I'd
Yeah.
say, what do you think about Legion playing net for the first 4 games?
Well, he played against us, and that part is here. That part of the season, we got swept twice in a row, and I don't know what the order was, but they swept us, and Jagerbomb swept us, the top 2 team, and offense wasn't clicking. That was weird, and well, Legion played out of his mind when he played. I don't know how many goals he allowed, but it was definitely under 10. Under 5, maybe. I'm not sure. I think he got a shutout. We've been kind of picking up over the season. Towards the final stretch of the season, we started lots of trends. Not trends, but lots of things in our team that got us going, got the momentum going. And you might see it on the website sometimes. You got hashtag SwaggerBJ. If you ask about that, it's a fun story. We got pirate music in the parties. I don't know if anyone was watching the stream last night, but I included my audio. Blasting pirate music. Everybody's having a fun time. We're in goals. Except for yesterday.
See- That's dangerous, D-Mart. I'm going to flip it back. They're having fun over there, man. That's dangerous. Isn't it?
Well, I mean, you got 2 guys that probably can't vote, a guy in McSwagger that probably shouldn't vote. Then you got a guy. Then you
can't even say
got a
that
guy
shots
trying
fired.
to
This
play
is real
Captain
life.
Jack Sparrow music. I mean, it's great and fun, but
Yeah, but is it the... dude, they don't know any better. That's the thing. What if they
Hey, man,
just don't know any better and they... Ah, man. You have Jumbo Joe back there. who's-
that's the thing. I mean,
Oh,
confidence
guys,
gets
we
you
have
far
to
in this
tighten
world.
up our
If they're going in
defense.
confident, if they're going in confident, confidence gets you everywhere in this world. I mean, look at Donald Trump. The guy's confident as fuck, doesn't know shit. He's confident though, right? Like look at McSwagger. He puts up all the fucking goals in the world. He's confident. These guys are confident. They're coming in confident. They're listening to fucking Jack Sparrow. They're having fun. It's great. But I don't know. Is it gonna win them the series? No. Maybe 6 games, but I mean it'll be a good series. We'll have some fun. We'll score some good goals, and Swagger will fucking slash me, and
That's
Cosmic will
that's a
try
good
to fight
point you
everybody.
made there too, man. Cosmic, is there? You got to keep this guy on the ice. He takes a shit ton of penalty, man. I only had him for 6 games, and he took a shitload of penalties in the 6 games I had him. Can you keep this guy on the fucking ice?
Yeah, well, if you tell him to tone down the hitting, he's been averaging at least 10 plus hits per game, and he's always going for the big hits, and that can lead to 5-minute majors. Our whole team is a whole bunch of penalty minute rackers. Like last season, I had 100 plus penalty minutes, but 80% of them were fighting minutes, and that would
And
be
you
the
won
same
Rocket
story for
Richard.
Jelly.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's a good. That's huge. You had 100 penalty minutes, and you got the Rocket Richard. That's crazy. Anyways, keep going.
So it only takes 5 minutes out for a fight. You got 55 minutes, score a whole bunch of goals. I know if Jelly, I can speak on half of him. If you're gonna injure one of our players, he's gonna be the first one to fight. Doesn't matter if it's Demar, Joe Thornton, anyone on your team. He's gonna do it.
They don't hit though, man. The Black Sails don't hit. You can play small against the Sails. We just played them. They don't. I mean, this is not a team that you have to worry about bruising.
Hey,
so.
Joe averages one hit a game, maybe less than that. 0.7.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Big Joe.
I don't really know. I'm
Yeah,
not
Joe doesn't hit.
a big follower of any other team. I don't really know a lot of people. Due to my draft, I traded half of my team to ESO. Shout out to ESO for that. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, sorry, but hashtag Chem for whoever hates that. I think we have that. I don't know how far it's gonna bring us, but for the past couple of series, it's been winning a series against some tough teams. Winter's coming. we took 4 points against them at the series win. Nobody was expecting that. We had a pretty
Yeah.
tight, tough series against Shock.
What was
And,
the final on that one? Refresh me, Cosmic.
It was 1-1
Did you
and
guys
1.
beat
One
them?
overtime loss, one loss, one
Okay, so you had a good series there. You
Yeah.
can't hate that.
win. But yeah, I mean, goals, lots of goal scoring. It's going to be, D-Mart's run the league in goals and points. And we have a lot of offensive firepower. It's just going to be whose defense is going to step up. And ability, if he's been up and down, everybody knows that. He's not playing as good as he usually would. But if he decides to step up in the playoffs, which, our whole team will, because, well, me and Swag have been banking on how we're playoff performers from gonna send it, and then we choke in the finals. But our goal this year is to not choke in the finals and bring over just happening.
Well,
Cool.
I think Daniel Martin's about to tell you that you will not choke in the finals because you don't have to worry about the finals, Daniel.
Well, I mean, I just think we got guys like Hugh Laurie. I mean, look at Hugh Laurie. He's having another breakout season. And everybody's saying he's doing really good in the draws. It's not just like, oh, he's playing with D-Mart and getting points. Hugh's winning big draws out there. You know what I mean? Crucial situation.
me
So,
about
I mean,
it.
Hugh's coming in huge. And then you got Berksey out
Huge.
there, who we got. And I love DJ, and we had to trade DJ to get Berksey, but Berksey fit in really well there in left wing, and I've never played with Berksey before. Everyone, he dangles a bit too much. Some people might have said that, but the guy's got hands. You give him the puck, and I could find him in a nice spot, and he can find me, and we're both finishers, so it's nice to have that on each side of the wing, and then you got Hugh Laurie out there scoring, Hugh Laurie goals. So, I mean, it works. It's a good system, and Joe Thornton back there obviously is Joe Thornton. He's not supposed to play D. He wants to play probably forward, and he might do that next year, but he's definitely fit in the role of playing a shutdown right D where he can come in and score big goals as well. So Joe's awesome. And then you got NCR who plays part-time, and Superstar that will play part-time on left D, and they're both right-handed shots. They're both offensive defensemen, and they both can shut people down. So, I mean, I think we're good. And then we got Legion, and then we got 37. So, I mean,
Hey, screw
they
you,
both
hippie,
have to, I
getting
think,
fucking
step it up.
Burks. God damn it.
Yeah, Burks was a good pickup. I mean, I think he went 11th in the draft, and I mean, there's a reason why I think he went 11th in the draft. I think he's got 38 goals, 38,
He didn't,
38. That's
by
a
the
big
way.
season. What was it,
He
12?
didn't. Hashtag
No.
facts. No, Berkey was like round 3 this year. Now you're thinking of the previous season where he did go 11th overall. It was Moose at 10, Burks at 11. That was the previous season, but he had a down season. He was on Mag's team, and that was a team that didn't score very much. So I think people that didn't know Burks probably looked at his point totals and was like, he had like 40 points or whatever he had. He's probably a third-round type guy, and there he is. There he goes in like round 3, which, as you see, probably shouldn't happen, but it happened, and
Yeah,
he
and that's
ended up on your
probably why
squad.
you
So
you run the show here, so you know the facts. But I
I've
thought,
known
Now,
Burks
Stag
for
guys
11
drafted.
years.
I thought he got drafted this year. But yeah, going back, I mean, Cosmic, I think, going back, if you guys want to talk about it, I think it's nice that they got the confidence, because that's what you need. I mean, that's all what this is about. I mean, you want to win, you got to be confident. You can't think, I'm playing against fucking Daly. We got to do the. You just got to fucking go. I mean, you can't think, I'm playing D-Mart. They're going to who gives a fuck? Just play your game, and if it works out, it works out. And I think if they go in with that mindset, it can be a dangerous time for us. So, especially with ability. If ability's on his game, and he gets in my head, that can happen too. But then you got to worry about Berksey and all the other guys on our team. So it's. I just think there's a lot of firepower from our team, and not enough defense on their team.
And I want to hear from Cosmic one last time before we start to get into final predictions and wrap it all up for the show and all. Cosmic, if you're going to win this series, if there's a way you can pull this thing out against the powerhouse, I personally, I think it has to be fire with fire, because I don't think the Black Sails are amazing defensively. They're good, but I think there's probably 4 teams better than them defensively in the league. However, they are the number 1 seed because they score a shit ton of goals.
That's why we get a shout out
I think
10 times.
Yeah. So I think if you're going to win this series, Cosmic, that's how 7-6. You know what I'm saying? 6-5 finals. You're going to be looking at scores like that. Can you guys and Swagger put it together? Can you and Swagger get it done up there? Can Dicko hold it down enough down and back to keep him off the board just enough?
I agree with you. I believe it's going to be a highest scoring games. You know, it's going to be the forwards running the show. But our defense has been working with each other to try and see how they're going to pick up better together. And me and Swag have been trying to find new ways to score because we've been kind of been doing the same thing: run and gun, rebound shots, one timers, force cross creases, which haven't been working. But we've been kind of figuring out towards the end of the season.
If
our
that
defense,
guy brings his passing game, then you'll be fine.
If all the pieces
you
fall
will
together,
compete.
Right.
Yep.
Where's EA?
all the pieces fall together that we need to happen.
You need to get a couple of EA wins. I mean.
Yeah, EA win would help. You know, I think it's all based on the first night. If we can pull out a couple wins on the first night, we're looking good. But if we lose the first game, second game, our party starts to get quiet. I mean, you know, we're getting ear blasted by Jack Sparrow, but I mean, still.
Mm-hmm.
That
That seems to happen with any team I've ever been on. That's not, you know, that's a thing. Nobody wants to be getting crushed. That's so everyone gets quiet. Now, I was real quick. I mean, we talked about it on our team. We didn't do that all year except one time. Just one stupid series against Dank's team, man, and everyone kind of you could just feel it, and it was terrible. So my suggestion to anybody in these fucking leagues playing these games is to do your best. Whatever, keep it light. You're getting beat. That quietness, forget it. You're already done. It's done. Like if you get that down, you've already lost. That's it. But those are all good points, man. So I'm gonna throw it back to D-Mart real quick. You're obviously winning in your mind, man. So 4 or 5 games, is that the call?
Yeah, I think it will go, 6. I mean, you got to be realistic about these things. And I think any team that made the playoffs, the top 8 teams, well, I mean, those guys might be somewhat delusional. Let's be realistic here. They're both goaltenders full time. Like, let's be realistic. They both sit there and want to play goalie for 33 games in a season. This is their idea of fun.
Oh.
Okay? But yeah, 6 games I think is a realistic point of view. I mean, you got bounces, you got goals, you got Swagger, you got Cosmic, you got Jelly. They're all, they're having a good time, like I said. So they're going to score some goals. We're going to score some goals. We might have a bad game where we can't score goals, but at the end of the day, I think if you play a 7-game series, we're going to win in 6 max.
Cosmic.
I think. I mean, obviously, I think our team's gonna win because I mean, it's just gonna happen. There's no question about it. But it's gonna happen 5 or 6. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be high scoring goals.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Either
But
way, right?
Joe Thornton is rolling over in his grave right now that he's not even in yet. But yeah, he's gonna hate that prediction.
I mean, shout out Joe Thornton. I mean, I have no clue what the Joe Thornton thing is. I have no clue. 0 clue.
Nobody
what does he
does,
do?
man.
Can somebody inform me?
He's irrelevant.
Alright, well then shout out to him. But when we play each other, it's just all over. We're gonna walk in.
Just pressure
goals.
the right D, man. He thinks he's good. That's half the problem.
And if we can just get through tonight that No Cause is playing, I don't know if he's playing at all, which I mean he should, because he's on your team, he's your defense, and he's gonna carry your defense. And it's gonna be high level. It's gonna be elite. But I don't know what your team's like without him. But it's gonna be it.
Well, you're gonna get your chance to see what their team's like without him if you push them, past the 4 games. Because he's part-time. So if you guys go more than 4, you'll get to see what the sales look like without him. We didn't get to see it either on our squad. So they're a solid team, man. There's a reason they're number 1. So, Sober, your final thoughts on this one?
Final thoughts. I hate to say it, but I can't fucking go with Swagger. I gotta go Black Sails. I think they're gonna get it done in 5. There's going to be that wishy-washy one game. I'm not going to mention the culprit of that one game to make it go 5, but I think the sales get it done in 5.
Sales in 5 for you. I'm taking the sales too. Cosmic. I'm sorry. I
I
I'm
understand.
not
We're the
sorry.
8 seed.
That's just
I
my
know.
opinion,
I get it.
man. I just think that if the way you're gonna win is fire with fire, I think the sales are gonna win every time. Especially because I'm assuming they're gonna put NCR out there for the 4-game set, and I'm assuming their 4-game set is probably the first night. Having said that, it might just be a little too much, man, for Swagger to try and get by. For Swagger Jelly yourself to try and get by Joe. I know I give Joe shit, man, but he's elite out there, and so is
Shout out to
NCR.
Joe.
Shout out to Joe. I don't know, man. I see 4 and out, and I don't want it that way. It's just how I see it. I don't want it that way because I love me some Swag and Rich Dicko. Those guys are great. That's how I get the sales too, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Cosmic.
I get it.
But
It's
prove me
alright.
wrong.
Wait, team you love to hate. It's alright. I got it.
Prove me wrong, man.
I know.
I want to see it.
It's gonna happen.
Do you have any idea how much joy I would get from
Adam
Joe's
Sandler
first
front
round
page.
exit?
Just wait for it. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
You know
give it a little
what?
taparoo, man.
So you remember last season when I was like, "Oh, make Hugh Laurie relevant again"? All you needed was this buddy D-Mart. Fucking now he's relevant.
Yeah, Daly
I
asked
don't
me
know
a
if
question
that's
the other
true.
day. Well, I don't know. Daly asked me. He goes, "Who do you think the most improved player was?" And I didn't look at stats or anything. And then just in my head, I was like, probably Hugh. So then I went to the stats and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it's definitely Hugh. And I typed something and then he like pasted it and like put it on the site. I was like, oh, man, now I think he knows I think he's good. That sucks.
Well,
so Hugh, if you're listening,
and
you're
the
pretty good.
shitty thing is Hugh played part-time last season. This season it was full-time, and lo and behold, he has a good season.
But I mean, he's got a great team around him. But I mean, again, for anybody who wants to say, "Oh, it's because he's playing with Berksey and he's playing with D-Mart," bullshit. Bullshit. He still has to do all the right things. Like you can be a horrible player. That's what I'm saying. He's the catalyst. Like you can still be a horrible player, play with you and Burks, and guess what? All your points would go down. You would not be cracking 100 points if your center was terrible. It just wouldn't happen.
No.
By the way, the 2 series that I play with him, I loved playing with Burks.
Yeah, Berkey's great, man.
I wanted to keep that going.
Yeah, Berkey's great.
Before I
mean, that
sign
pretty
off
much.
here, I just had
Yeah.
I had one
Yeah.
more point though about Cosmic. Cosmic, seriously though, how old are you? Don't get
15?
offended by
I'm
this question.
15. No, I get it. 15.
No. And everybody here at 239, you got a 15-year-old guy who led the league in scoring last year. I mean, this is a prodigy of fucking EA Sports. I mean, you got to look at it like this though. I mean, he's 15.
It is.
He's half your
I mean,
age.
if I
man.
was 15, I mean, yeah, he's fucking
Well,
half my age. I'm 30.
Here's another question. Fade.
I mean, I can rip on him all by what, but I mean, you know, in
Hold-
like 5 years, what's the scoop, right? What's going to be the scoop?
How old is D-Wish?
No idea.
I don't know what
But
happened.
all I'm
Is it-
saying,
Fade.
all I'm saying is, shout out to Cosmic because that's pretty impressive for 15-year-olds. You come out and you lead the league.
I was
in
cleaning
scoring
my
in the
room.
previous season, and then you come out and you're captain now, and now you're in the playoffs, and
You're
so
grounded,
congratulations,
motherfucker.
and I hope we have a good series, man. Seriously.
No,
Yeah, man,
so-
and shout out to Cosmic too, man. I heard that, but I wasn't sure if that was true. And now I guess it is true. He carries himself much better than a 15-year-old, in my opinion. So
You're better than Spiker did.
Shout out to Cosmic.
15. Shit.
I'm glad I
Well,
didn't know that kid when he was 15 because he sounded like a nightmare.
But
Wanna
Fade
hear,
though, D-Wish. How old's D-Wish? I just
He's
gotta ask.
Same age as me. Same as OP Jelly. We live in the same town. We're all friends.
Okay.
so.
Okay, so D-Wish, I could totally pictures a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Totally.
Same for jelly. If you're in a party with jelly for like an hour, you'll get sick of it.
Yeah, that didn't take
But,
long either. But T-Wish was a totally different character.
Well, yeah, that's a fun story. But one I wouldn't like to mention, it's game of FIFA.
Yep.
Team is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you call somebody a bitch and get banned?
Eh, I don't know.
No. Yeah. We'll let it go. Anyways,
it's one,
thank you guys very
leave alone,
much.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll let it go.
Thanks for having us.
And it was BCH, by the way. It wasn't even bitch.
Obviously, my mic died, so then there's that.
Yeah, I was like, everybody went
Yeah.
dead silent.
I thought it was connecting to the party again. I was
we
confused.
didn't even get the fucking
And now
close
I was ready to fill the dead air for you. I didn't know what was
But
going
I
on.
still haven't closed it out yet. But you
How
fuckers,
big
by
of
the
a
way,
fail
is
is my mic right now?
BCH. He didn't even say bitch. It was BCH.
Whatever, man. Get banned. And then they won the cup anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, it's fun. He did one and done.
Anyway,
too.
shout out to everybody who came on tonight, man. Appreciate it. Everyone did a great job breaking these things down and talking a little trash in there. Drift King was probably my highlight with his fucking ridiculous claims.
Fucking pull that do-rag tighter.
But I asked Drift.
Ridiculous
I asked him.
claims.
I asked him. Yeah, terrible claims, Drift. I asked him to come in here and represent Daly, and I know Daly's proud of the job that he did. I guarantee
Hey,
it.
if you tell me to come on to take over for Daly, I gotta be overly confident and I gotta trash talk, and I think I did both.
You did. Now, do you believe any of the shit that came out of your mouth?
100%.
Of course
I
you do.
usually
So
do. I'm
he
not
really
the
is
guy to
drinking
talk
the Daily.
shit.
Daly has his own pyramid scheme over there on Boys. They just believe everything he fucking says. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you're in for a rude awakening in that series if you think you're sweeping. You're gonna hate it.
All right, if I sweep, I take over your show next Friday.
Get back.
Done. He can have my spot. Done.
All right, he can have my spot too.
Hey, you can.
Fucking,
You guys
Drift.
can be here, but it's gonna be my show.
Yeah, we'll
on
just
the
call
day.
it the Drift King Elitists, dude, and you just elitist. And no guests.
Yeah.
You just go on there for an hour and talk about how good you
And
are.
just
That's it.
Wabble,
That's the whole
wabble,
show.
wabble, wabble.
I'll tune in.
Me and Daly will take over for you guys if we win.
Daly fucking
Daly.
serves French fries on Friday nights or whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
does.
what the fuck?
That's not happening. In his cushy office as he listens
we'll
to this.
see.
All right, man. Thank you, everyone, again. Signing off. Have a good week. Good luck in the playoffs, boys.
See you guys next week.